That's our trainer Mirage. It's best of 3. So the teams have made their way onto the bomb site for the most part, but there's still some CTs to deal with here. CJW still lurking around the site, and Nex is waiting to pop his head, and he'll do so through the smoke no less. So bomb's down, and this is looking good. NiKo coming in. I think he dinked the second player there. We got headshots all over the place, and went in with 1 HP versus 4. Don't fancy his chances. Did what he could, but it wasn't enough.
Work here. We've got 1 frag already, but the mollies are in, James.
Good start from Wenton. Got enough bullets to kill NiKo as well. NiKo's dead, and that's going to leave the Mousesports side at a disadvantage for a short time. And Nex will clean things up again. It is Fnatic on well, less than ideal situation.
To make sure that they can get that advantage and surprise Mousesports. And the Mousesports have not really got much going for them right now. We've got Wenton in a beautiful position there. Picks up 1 frag. Knows there could be a second player nearby. Picks up that kill as well.
More CTs just bounce a nade. Literally off the ridge of the roof onto the T side, because that's 50 damage minimum to the T's, who are going down with the guns here. Dennis, that is a dirty frag indeed.
All right.
That is a down in this round so far. But the smokes coming in for the CT position. Looks like they double smoked it actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they smoked CT twice, so communication appears to be a problem for Mousesports at the moment, but ChrisJ's got a Tech 9 and 2 people will die.
Great stuff there from ChrisJ. Oh, he's going to win the round as well. Quickly, all 4 frags.
They can execute over towards the A site, but the bomb's coming up from Highway and takes a kill onto NiKo as well. There are a few things they can try and do with this. He can go for the kind of hero plant for shorts. Dennis charging through with the AWP. Obviously, he's a dab hand with that as well. The other Dennis, the German one, taking players down, leaving tabseN alone. This is a disaster for Mousesports if he can't clutch this for his team.
Yeah, the AWP on flusha, the M4 on KRiMZ now. They got Kevlar and helmet too, so tabseN's life is made very difficult indeed. He doesn't even have a helmet as well, so the M4 is extra potent. And tabseN, he's got an incendiary, but oh god, this is so tough. Here he goes. There is the incendiary to the quad position as tabseN tries to find his angles. Yeah, he will actually force out KRiMZ, and KRiMZ predictably moving into his crosshair, but flusha's on a very solid angle here. Smoking, wow, how did that not connect? That must have been so close, and now flusha's going to go forwards through the smoke. Oh, just there.
2 CTs on the site despite all of this. tabseN's going to make a bit of a wall for himself. And there's so many people to find. He finds one. He hasn't been taken down here. The pistol to take down JW as well. Nice work by tabseN. He's done great work for Mousesports in this game so far. Man advantage and no weapons picked up by the last 2 Fnatic players. There's fire all over the place, smoke all over the shop as well. I don't know how Fnatic will survive this situation. ChrisJ is just holding an angle, taking Wenton down, leaving KRiMZ alone with oppressive counter-terrorists encroaching on his position. Gets 1 headshot, that will be that. 15-13. And take this into overtime. tabseN being Molotov out of the vent, but he's going to push forward. I like the decision, and it's paying off. 2-man spray down for him again. How many rounds has he got himself a 2-man spray down? The bomb is stuck in mid as well, which is going to cause more of a rotation from Fnatic. He hasn't seen KRiMZ through the smoke. Has KRiMZ seen him? Well, he knows where he is now because the Molotov's coming out and tabseN will finally go down.
That's a pretty key situation there, because it looked like tabseN should have been able to get the 3rd kill, but he doesn't in the end, and instead it turns into a 3 versus 3 advantage for Tees. But Nex in that position by the sandbags, very, very critical, but he is actually going to get taken down by the headshots in the end of JW. And it's going to be Wenton on the A sites, who realizes it's clear and he can take position to help JW get the bomb planted. And it's just ChrisJ. I say just ChrisJ, but he's been pretty damn strong. He's got the AWP as well. And here he goes. There is the incendiary for the plant spot, and that lands fairly well. It does spread into the spot, but the bomb was already underway, and it will be planted without further hindrance. And there you go.
Right, so we have the Fnatic side moving into the B bomb site pretty damn quickly. NiKo has got the range at the back, but Dennis is quickly closing in on him, and indeed there is the first frag for said man. Next is going to trade, but Dennis is getting another frag, and ChrisJ coming in. So Dennis winning 3 1v1s, finally getting taken down by tabseN. Just wants to run around and get the information for his team, then perhaps he doesn't even need to buy well, yeah, he doesn't even
going to do unless hopefully eventually success. So here we go, Fnatic making their way in now with this nade. Oh, hello, there it is, Dennis with 2 fast frags, and that is the B bomb site.
Maybe we'll find out one day. So JW sees the information, and that's going to pull a rotation because surely the last two players are not split up. Oh, the Molotov, it will be the GG. No, it won't be the GG because it hasn't really hit the spot.
NiKo. There's kill number 1. Will Dennis get the second, or will he over-deliver? Kill number 2.
He's not on scoreboard, just to be clear. Well, there's 3 kills for Dennis and Bomb outside, which means at some point someone's going to have to go back for it. They've lost a player by Pop Dog, they've lost a player by Ivy as well, and there goes Nex and NiKo. So, I mean, they were in a good position to charge the site, but the bomb was far behind, and now ChrisJ's picked it up, but his entire team are dead, and someone's left the server already. No faith whatsoever in the Dutchman. And he's got himself a 1 versus 3 at present. KRiMZ almost goes down, but not quite.